explained to him and told him, and he told me he heard some things back from me about his spirituality and the depths of where his is, you know. And it was because we pretty much really wanted to get to know each other rather than knowing each other by our position, you know. So I still hadn't said Pastor yet, but I did tell him, you know, concerning about me being a woman of God and things. And what we talked about was this right here. Neither one of us believed it would be a long, drawn out thing. Like, for instance, we won't be engaged forever. We allowed to just turn up one day and announce.
We're married.
We're married. You know, because we just don't feel like that. And the reason why is, if it's God,
It's God.
you know it.
Yeah,
And you do what you got to do. I told Gladys that this morning. Gladys gave me a confirmation. Demisa. I spent some time talking to Demisa. You know, a little time mentoring Demisa. Demisa met a man. Or whatever. She met a guy. Got engaged last week. I think it was. Yeah, man. In the family trip. I want to say this to y'all. Them type of miracles on the end of the seat. I'm telling you, but hear what I'm saying to you? That type of stuff. That's the season we want.
And you know you're right. Now you get a lot of confirmation because that's what Pastor Janet Journey or Pastor Janet been talking about. It's on the season. But marriage is happening just that
Just
day.
like that.
You ain't talking to each other within 2 or 3 weeks.
You
You're
married.
married.
You married.
She said it's going to happen just that day.
And see, I meant to call her, but see, it's just like that, and we know it. We both know it. We both know it. We both know it. We both know it. When he hit me last night with this, he said, my son said, his son is 12. He said, my son came in and said, Daddy, who you talking to got you grinning? You smiling. You know, you been smiling every time you been on the phone, you was spicy. So, get out of here, boy. So then he said, girl came. Daddy, what are you doing? You just be smiling when you get on the phone. So he said, he told him cheering about me and showed him my picture. Yeah, he got a sister that he's close with. You know, him and sisters like me and baby. You know, they is cool boom, but he loves me too. I show my sister your picture. Show my sister. Oh, you telling folks.
Dun 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 dun. Definitely married.
Very telling folks. That's something right there.
Yes.
All that's huge.
Yes.
It is. I'm telling folks. He asked me last night, do you think I like you? I stalled for a second. He said, Answer the question. I said, yes, I do.
Yeah, that's what's up.
He said, Delphine, when I saw you, he said, you were frustrated. I could see it in your face that you were frustrated. He said, but all I wanted to do was put you at ease. He said, that's all I wanted to do. He said, I came out that door and did stuff that we weren't even supposed to do. He said, I got all under your truck and everything, and I'm trying to make sure you were at ease. And he said, he never talk to nobody. As long as I talk to you. He said, I've had some chicks, you know, we exchanged phone numbers. He said, I talked to them a time or two and put them on call block. I said, Sister, too, you don't know how to call block, bro? You know, you funny. But I put him on call block. He said, I'm serious. He said, I ain't ever talked to nobody. As long as I stayed out there and talked to you. And he was out there with me well over an hour. Because first he had to drive from Ock to Dothan.
Oh, Lord. Oh, mercy.
And he stayed with me the whole entire time. He only walked to the door to ask the boy in the store, are you okay? You know, because a few customers had come in. Are you okay? The boy said, he's okay. He said, he told me last night, he said, it couldn't have been the most perfect timing. He said, because there's a lady that I usually work with, and she's a mess. He said, I couldn't have did that with her. Cause she would have ran straight to the manager, you know, to tell all this little different stuff. He said, but that young man that was in there, he cool. And it was just the perfect time.
Amen.
Right there. He said, the perfect timing. And then he told me this, he said, didn't want to scare you. Cause I didn't want you to think I was some kind of pervert or, you know, or some kind of, he said, I didn't want to scare you. He said, but I wanted to put my arms around you.
Oh, man.
He said, I did.
Yes,
He said, I don't want to scare her, you know. I don't want to scare her. He
Yeah.
said, but I just wanted to put my arms around you and just hold you for as long as you would let me. I did. I didn't want to see you go. He said, oh, he said, I don't know. He said, I call my sister. Something about this woman. Something about this woman. Dang. He said, something about this woman. She's different. She's different. I just stare at your picture. You know, I stare at my picture. I just stare at your picture. You know, there's something about you, something that's so different. And I'm saying, God.
Amen.
God, you know,
Yes,
it's God. And I'm weighing my options, y'all. And I need y'all prayers. I do. I need y'all support. Because I got that little devil over there trying to hook me with Quincy. I got it. I ain't fine. That devil trying to get me. Get on now. Trying to hook me. I'm serious.
Distraction time to come your way.
It's trying to get me. I'm serious. I confess it. I'm in the altar. I confess it. It's trying to get me. And I've been asking God, please help me. Lord, don't let me. Please. I had a dream this morning. This dream scared me. I had a dream this morning. I ain't talking to you this morning, did I had a dream this morning. I'm glad I called. I didn't tell somebody about this dream. And I talked to a pastor. Me and this man was in my back door. We was at my house, right? Me and this man was in the back of my house, and we was embracing each other, you know, just hugging. We were hugging each other, kissing, just embracing each other. Me and this man conversating. I'm just happy with, with this man, right? We in my backyard because I see the food truck, everything. But for some reason, the door was off for the food truck. I was like, hey, the door doing off for the food truck. I said, what in the world? I don't know what that is. I noticed it, but me and him was still dealing with each other. But take mind of what I said. Now, we was in the back of my house. They didn't listen. We was in the back. We was in the back, right? I peeked around the corner. In the front yard.
Better be no queen.
In the front yard. In the front yard.
People around the cause he was sick.
He was in the front yard. Him, Fussy, his brother Tyrone, Johnny Pope, and what's the baby that's working on my car? Austin. Yeah, that's why the doors and stuff was off the truck. They were doing some work, and Austin was there. They was always doing some work. Well, Lord Jesus, I got this man. I'm hugged up. With now I want to hug him. Look like I got this man right here. But then I see him in the front yard. Well, here comes Quincy going to the front door looking for me. Finna go up the steps. I told the man, I go, oh, wait a minute. Let me go in the house for a minute. Let me see what's going on. Let me go in the house. I go in the house. Soon as I come in my back door, everything playing at my house now. I come in the back door. You come in the back door, come in the kitchen. I come in the back door to come in the kitchen. Quincy coming through the front door, right? He comes to me, meets me. He drunk. He drunk. He was drunk. Now, check this out. Before this is the part I did tell y'all. Before I had that part of the dream, me and Quincy's sister was sitting together talking, but I was butt naked. Leola, the girl that Quincy was with, that he ain't with no more, her and another lady was across the street. I'm butt naked. I don't know why. I'm butt naked. And I'm saying, oh, they gonna see me. I'm like, I need some clothes, with something that, at first, no, let me finish. First I was saying, I need some clothes. I need to put on some clothes. But then I was like, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. I ain't hiding nothing. I don't care. Check it out. I said, I ain't hiding nothing. I ain't hiding nothing. She was across the street. She said something to me. I can't remember exactly what. It wasn't that mean, or anything. But she asked me a question, I answered the question. Me and Kim sitting right there together. Leo and the woman over there across the street, Leo holler across the street. Delphine asked me something. I answered the question. Then the dream went to the scene of me and the man. Me and the man huddled up in the back of the house, Quincy in the front of the house and all. Quincy comes in the house, I go in the house, meet Quincy in the house. I meet him midways right there, kind of like by, right in the connection of my living room and the kitchen. I meet him right there, he's drunk. Now, take to mind, I had a dream a few weeks ago about being in his house. And there was paint all in his walls and liquor bottles. And I said, you drinking now? This is what I said in the dream. Well, in this dream, he was drunk, okay? To my knowledge, he don't drink. He might do, I don't know. But he was drunk. So he comes and immediately falls in my arms. And when he fell in my arm, he kissed my lips. And I was turning, and then after he kissed my lips, he fell face first down on my throat and started bumping. Well, I ran and grabbed a towel, and I wet the towel to like wash his face and help to get him cleaned up. And to get him out the vomit, because he was like staying in the vomit, you know. So I pulled him up to help to get him cleaned up. When I pulled him up to clean him up, he said, "Do you worry?" He said, "Delphine." He said, "I know you're trying to leave me." I said, "Yeah, you do. I'm gonna kill myself." And I woke up. I woke up. I woke up. He sure did. I'm gonna kill myself. I tell y'all, boy, I'm in a dilemma. I'm not like a man. Trying to get rid of
What did you say about,
Oh, you trying to get rid of me?
something about, I don't know if it was dead or something was going to hit the house.
Okay, he said, I know you trying to do this. I said, you do. I'm gonna grab my phone. Lie to you.
You remember you said he was over there about that? He literally like he trying to
Like
die.
he trying to die. That's what I was saying. Literally like he trying to die.
I tell you, rigor mortis is what I
You
heard
know,
when you say he was sick.
He was so, yeah, he was so tight. Good God, he was hard. Like, what? This man hard like this. You know, his leg was his midsection and all, you know, when he embraced me, he was so hard. But I tell you what God revealed to me.
He got a lot of build up in him.
Oh, I thought you said that.
He what?
Got a lot of build up. Pressure.
I thought she said he got a lot of guilt.
Yeah.
That's what I thought she said first, but she talking about something else.
Yeah. Yeah, he was so, it's so tight. But I noticed this too. Come here, Richard. Let me show you. I noticed this what I embraced. When he embraced me, he did me. Let me see if I'm gonna be him and you be me. Okay, you embrace me. You embrace me. This is how he do it.
People feel empty.
Yeah,
He still got a belly plate and he's holding it back from
He
it.
want to be surprised.
I
Say
know.
that
he-
one more time, what he trying to do is, cause he's wise with us, he's holding back from her, he still got feelings for you.
Yeah, that's why he's trying to back
And he's
it
not
up.
telling you this. What you laughing He's holding it in. And that guilt is eating, and she's right, guilt, it's guilt.
Yeah.
You say that.
Yeah, that was, I thought Miss Ada said, but that's what it is, it's
She
guilt, it's eating what he's telling you, and he ain't telling you now. You're gonna have to let it go.
Yeah, but I like somebody.
Well, you know, boy, I gotta help
Y'all tell me.
you.
Okay.
I'm
You say you
trying
like
to say
Saul,
I like
what-
somebody.
Let me ask you a question.
And I don't want to hurt him.
Wait, what does God say?
I don't want to go so far.
You know what God tell me?
I can't say God done said.
No, wait.
I can't-
We
I ain't
ain't gonna
gonna
say
put that
God,
on. I ain't
we gonna
gonna
say
put that
God,
on God say.
we ain't gonna say your feelings say go to a child,
Yeah,
what is God?
my feelings go to a
Oh, that's your feelings, but what God tell me?
I ain't been, he ain't let me move.
That's funny.
Okay.
He ain't let me
Let me go
move.
back
He
and
ain't
bring
let me-
back a
He
couple
is
weeks back.
not letting me move.
Y'all know I'm finna go there. Let's go back a couple weeks back. What if God bring that back around? A couple weeks back. You get what I'm saying?
Travis said that.
Remember a couple weeks back?
What if he go bring
She's
back
standing
around to
right
you?
there at the
They
podium.
bring back around to you.
Mhm.
What if God brings everything back around to you?
Right.
God will second chance.
Yeah, yeah.
That's all.
But
Because what happened was